Right now in the United States of America, we're in the throes of authoritarianism with the Trump administration, and I think it's very terrifying for a lot of people. There's a lot of instability, there's a lot of pain, and I think a dynamic young candidate like Zohran running on a campaign of affordability has been a glimmer of hope for a lot of people. I mean, I'm live every day, and I have an international audience today because there are people not only all around the country, but all around the world that are looking to the New York mayoral election for some sense of hope to see if America will move in a more positive direction, one that actually focuses on the working class rather than the elite capture that we've seen from American politicians on both sides up until this moment. So there is a lot of hope and a lot of positivity surrounding the campaign, and I think that's what has carried this campaign into unprecedented levels, coming from a crowded primary field with 16 other candidates, with a dynastic name like Cuomo coming into the race later on, and then this massive defeat for Cuomo. Hopefully that enthusiasm that carried into the general is something that a lot of people are paying close attention to. Both people that are looking for a sense of hope, but a lot of very wealthy, very powerful people are also paying close attention to this campaign and how it turns out, what the results look like tonight.
And how do you think, what could like a German left wing learn from Zohran's campaign?
Focusing on the material harms that everyday workers are struggling with should be the primary focus of any serious left candidacy, any serious left flank party, whether it be, I think it's Die Linke, right? Whether it be Die Linke or any other party, they must have an uncompromising focus on affordability. If not, we see parties like AfD and dangerous right-wing parties, reactionary parties, fascist parties actually come back into positions of power and focus on dangerous narratives surrounding immigrants and all these other issues, when in fact the reason why people are feeling a sense of anger and resentment is because their public transit is no longer the same as it was, a couple generations prior. They have no hope that they can retire at a reasonable age. Affordability is completely out of control, that people have a hard time paying rent. People have a hard time getting an honest wage that can carry an entire family. These are the real issues that people care about. And in the absence of any party making that their primary focus, you see a lot of these reactionary movements grow by hyper-focusing on the dangers of immigrants, even though immigrants and refugees, just like the local population, the domestic population, have the exact same interests around affordability. They're just trying to make ends meet. No problem.
We'll throw us away super quick. I'll throw us away real quick.
All right. What's going on? Let's go see where Zateo is.
Finally, I have my other hand back. Contrary to popular belief.
Jacob! Oh, never mind.
Drinking and ham hopping is hard.
Where is...
Hasan Piker, can I get an interview with New York One?
Sure, man. Every time I see you, you upgrade. Like,
yeah,
this dude, he was at Astoria with like a hand cam at the rally with the... Wait, you want me to hold it?
I'm holding it.
We're holding it. Okay, got it. What's up?
Introduce yourself.
I'm Hasan Piker.
All right, spell your name.
Hasan Piker.
All right, Hasan Piker, thanks for talking to us at New York One. Tell us what brings you to the Zohran Rally and your thoughts on the race here in New York.
Well, I'm here just like everybody else. I'm here to see whether or not Zohran Mamani pulls through and becomes the next mayor of New York. As a member of the media, that's what I'm here to do.
Okay, you're a streamer. Cuomo's used you as a punching bag against Cuomo. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I think he should have probably focused on delivering a discernible platform that would help New Yorkers rather than cry about a random Twitch streamer that happened to do an interview with Zohran Mamani in the primary when he was polling at 5%.
Okay. And what are your feelings today? There's reports that there's been record turnout in this mayoral race. This mayoral race is getting international attention. We see streamers from around the world. We see international media here, local media here. What's your thoughts?
I mean, I'm very hopeful. I'm very excited. I'm very nervous. I've been burned before, but it's impossible not to feel a sense of hope for a better tomorrow for the first time in a long time, especially with the way things are going with the Trump administration. I do hope that New Yorkers do the right thing and they voted for Zohran Mamdani for an affordability campaign, for a New York that people can't afford to live in.
And what's your thoughts on Trump endorsing Cuomo?
That is the least surprising thing that happened in this entire election. I mean, we've been saying it. Zohran's campaign has been saying it. And Andrew Cuomo, until the very last moment, duped a bunch of New York Democrats into believing that he was not in the pocket of Donald Trump. And I think it's very disingenuous, but it's of course expected of Andrew Cuomo. That's the reason why he is the disgraced former governor of New York. And hopefully after tonight, his political career will be over for good.
The results are going to come out pretty soon. What do you anticipate with the results?
I'm hoping, inshallah, praying for a 55% victory for Zohran Mamdani, but who knows? Who knows what happens?
All right, my colleague from the Daily News, you got a question?
I have a question. Has Andrew Cuomo seized on your comments a lot during your Twitter streams? Do you read any of your jokes and did he create a liability for the campaign at all?
Do I regret things that I said?
Yeah, like any of the
I regret
jokes
things
you
that I
made.
say, and I regret things that I will say in the future as well. I'm a human being, and I'm a Twitch streamer. I'm not a serious political operative by any metric. If Andrew Cuomo decides to present me as some sort of kingmaker, well, he's wrong. I'm just a regular ass dude. But that's probably the reason why I have 70,000 people watching right now, because people want to hear from regular ass dudes as opposed to more buttoned up commentary folk that don't actually represent the interests of everyday citizens.
You say you're hoping for a 55% victory tonight?
Yeah, that's what I said. I'm saying fingers crossed, inshallah.
If he doesn't reach that level, do you think does he not have the mandate that you wish he would have?
Oh no, this was a major contest. This was a major contest. Hundreds of millions of dollars dumped, so many hurdles that Zohran had to overcome. So I'm hoping for that, but that doesn't actually spell whether or not he has a popular mandate. I think what shows that he has the people's wishes is that in spite of all of the odds, he came from a lesser known candidate background to defeating a dynastic name in New York politics in Andrew Cuomo in the primaries, and then still had to continue fighting in a crowded field with the President of the United States of America entering the fray, and even potentially talking about removing funds illegally from New York that were previously allocated. A lot of very wealthy and very powerful people are terrified, I think. And it's really interesting because what Zohran Mamdani has represented as an outsider's perspective is a guy who's putting working class people first in his campaign. And the very fact that that is so terrifying that you have the likes of Stephen Miller, Donald Trump, Bill Ackman, Elon Musk, numerous billionaires in the United States of America, this scared, this worried, is really interesting to me. It's like, why are you so antagonistic to offering people some modest change, a crumb of affordability, a modest expansion of already existing social safety nets? Why is this so hard to fathom for so many wealthy people? And I think it's because they want to destroy hope. They want to destroy hope within the working class that a better tomorrow is possible, because they do worry. And I think some members in the media as well play a formative role in this process to make sure that people are fearful that if the working class is united, they might be able to advocate for their own best interests.
Could you talk a little bit about what Zohran's victory would mean for the pro-Palestinian movement from your perspective?
I think that the pro-Palestinian position was a third rail, an untouchable part of American politics for far too long. And I think that's another reason why a lot of people feel threatened, even though Zohran Mamdani advocated at the time boldly for the majority position. This was already, the position that he advances is the majority position that many Americans and the overwhelming majority of Democrats also agree with. And yet, for some weird reason, we don't see that in Washington, D.C. And I always ask myself, why? I talk to politicians all the time. I say, what's going on? I mean, the overwhelming majority of your base of support are very clearly recognizing right from wrong in terms of our seemingly unconditional loyalty to the state of Israel, a foreign nation that demands billions and billions of dollars in weapons transfers, and then also ends up interfering in our domestic affairs as well in terms of anti-BDS legislation that they advance in 38 different states in the United States of America right now. I mean, this is a direct violation of the First Amendment, and for some weird reason, this is like not ever discussed. And for the first time ever, a lot of Americans did actually realize that this was a significant problem for them, so much so that I think they rewarded a politician that came out and said, I want to be a mayor of New York. I don't need to go to Israel to be the mayor of New York. And I saw so many apolitical people, so many people that are completely checked out of the political process, turn around and say, yeah, actually, that is very cool that he said that. Why are we asking the New York mayor whether or not he'll go to Tel Aviv or visit Tel Aviv? It's a ridiculous question.
Thank you. In terms of anti-Zionism, what policies do you want?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
In terms of anti-Zionism, what policies do you want?
I mean, what I want is probably very different than what I think a New York mayor can accomplish, but I'm an advocate for boycott, divestments, and sanctions from the state of Israel. It was a very successful movement against apartheid South Africa, and I think Israel is also an apartheid, and I think making sure that Israel has to follow international human rights is a pretty standard demand to make. But I'm not speaking for Zohran, obviously. I'm speaking for myself. I'm a random person with no affiliations to Zohran Mamani whatsoever, just for the record.
Beyond BDS, anything, like, tell me more.
I mean, BDS is pretty good, I think. If you were to even remotely accomplish BDS, or if any American politician were to even start entertaining the conversation, I think we would be moving the needle in a pretty progressive direction. I don't want anyone to suffer. I don't want people living in Israel to suffer. But even my anti-Zionist Jewish allies in Israel tell me, look, it's getting to a point where outside pressure is an absolute necessity of this sort in order to make some significant changes here, because unfortunately it's not happening the way things are going currently.
What do you think this means for the Democratic Party? Are you excited by it?
Yes, I am, but we shall see. I don't know. We're about to find out what happens in a little bit.
Polls just closed.
The election, okay, polls are just now closed, so we're about to find out very shortly on whether or not there is some glimmer of hope for the future of American politics, or if we're entirely cooked. I think a lot of people, yourselves included in the media, because you're also of working class background, probably realize that things are not going too great for the average person. The affordability crisis has not been solved at all, in spite of the fact that Donald Trump ran on solving the affordability crisis and seemingly has done nothing. As a matter of fact, has made things worse with the tariff strategies that are indecipherable. So when you see a lack of pushback from institutional Democrats, from establishment Democrats, and you demand more from your politicians, and then you see a dynamic young candidate like Zohran Mamani who places workers first at the center of his campaigning, I mean, it's impossible not to feel a sense of hope.
What do you make of the Cuomo campaign kind of drawing you into the race repeatedly? And there was an ad this morning that kind of plays you and Zohran next to imagery of the Twin Towers.
I mean, he's a racist. It's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous that he was. Not only is he incredibly racist for trying to associate his historically significant Muslim mayoral competition as somehow being affiliated with 9/11 in the most sinister way, which he basically gave the game away on the Sid Rosenberg show when he straight up agreed with Sid Rosenberg that Zohran would cheer on another 9/11. This is an unacceptable form of bigotry. It's the type of bigotry that you sometimes hear from the likes of Donald Trump, but surprisingly enough, perhaps because of all the Gulf royals that Donald Trump deals with on a financial basis, you don't even hear that level of Islamophobia from Donald Trump. Think about that. An establishment Democrat who bills himself as an establishment Democrat, outflanking the right-wing reactionary president on Islamophobia in an effort to potentially try and win a New York mayoral race. What are the implications of that for 1 in 8 New Yorkers that happen to be of Muslim background? I find it to be morally repugnant, and I find that kind of politics to be absolutely unacceptable. But it is, of course, expected from the likes of Andrew Cuomo, a disgraced former governor who had to basically drop out of being the governor due to credible sexual assault allegations and due to the fact that he may or may not have played a formative role in killing 15,000 elderly during COVID. And you see that attitude from his campaign, where he ran around demanding that he be mayor, demanding that he be ordained as mayor, instead of making an affirmative, instead of making a positive statement about what it would look like under his rulership. What would it look like if he was mayor of New York? He didn't do that at all. It was all negative. It was all relentless attacks against the Muslim candidate that he was opposing. And I hope that we can move beyond this unnecessarily dark chapter in New York electoral races.
Say hi, Jacob Cuomo.
Oh, what's good, man? How you doing? I'm very familiar with your reporting from when you almost got killed by whistleblowing on what's the guy? I forget his name. Yeah, we're live, by the way, just so you know. Sorry, I'm just letting you know.
Frank, what does big victory for Mamani mean for the Democrats?
It means that Democrats are sick and tired of business as usual politics and status quo politics. They want action, they want change, they want someone to represent the working class, and they want a fighter. That's what they want. It's very obvious that this is something that they're demanding all around the country. This is not just for New York. This is for, I would say, every other local race, every other state race, every other senatorial run. Democratic base of support demands real fighters and demands real change. They want to stop the Trump administration from moving us towards fascism, and hopefully Zohran, if he wins, will represent that turning point in American politics.
How does it feel to be here tonight?
It feels electric. There's a lot of media here. I haven't seen the actual campaign volunteers yet, but okay. So far, so good on the early results. Oh. What's up?
Bro had 2 whiskey shots. He's fire
I
raining
know
now.
that Zohran campaign, how he run his campaign. So, as an example for his campaign, you think that Democrats should adopt the same policy Zohran adopted, and he engaged the youth in the,
Who are you talking about? Should engage this?
Zohran engaged the youth in his campaign. So you think that Democrats should, adopt same policy?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do think that every politician should adopt similar locally adjusted politics to what Zohran was representing. Focusing on affordability, focusing on the ailments of the working class in whichever neighborhood, whichever state, whichever locality that they're running for, and seek to address material changes that are absolute necessities for people, so that you can lift at least a little bit of the burden off of the shoulders of the working class for once. And I think it's a very successful method. And I've been screaming at the Democrats to listen to me. And in a purely selfish reason, I love what the Zohran campaign represents, because I can just point to that and say, hey, do that, rather than have to explain to them that abiding by the wishes of the majority, the working class, is a good thing to win elections. It's a successful way to win elections. What's up?
Just one question. Sorry, if you can you just say what can the Democratic Party learn from Zohran's success and learn from his campaign?
Sure.
What did he do right?
Have you answered that before?
Okay. What can the Democratic Party learn from the Zohran Mamani campaign? Focus on the real issues that the largest majority of voters are experiencing. And that means centering the working class, real workers, real American workers at the heart of your campaign. And immigrants as well, of course, who are also a part of the working class. Making sure that there is no need for unnecessary deviations away from an uncompromising message on affordability. I think that's what he is showing is a method for success.
Right. So you were visibly affected by the assassination of Charlie Kirk earlier this year.
Yeah.
I wanted to hear whether you thought more political violence in this country was an inevitability with the level of polarization we're seeing at the moment. What do you think?
Yes, I do think that.
You think it's inevitable?
Yes, unfortunately it is an inevitability, especially considering that we're a fucking powder keg. We got more guns than we have people in circulation, and we are getting increasingly crazier and crazier due to AI and due to how much our social media algorithms are tuned up to 11 to ensure hostility. So, yeah, everything is primed in the direction of more violence, unfortunately. And I really do hope that there is some reasonable governance that takes place to try and put an end to it. But it doesn't even seem like the bare minimum necessity of having people in positions of power really dial back on their rhetoric is even happening. You see Donald Trump every single day egg on over and over again and try to shift the blame over back to the left or the Antifa boogeyman. And I don't think that's actually helpful at all. I think that's very damaging to public discourse, and I think it's actually making things far worse.
Do you think Democrats and Republicans both have a responsibility to tone it down?
Point me to a single Democrat that is actually engaging in like seriously violent rhetoric. I'd be shocked. Maybe there are some, not that I know of. At most, you got J. Joe's of Virginia in private correspondence that was heavily publicized. But beyond that, you rarely ever see Democrats engage in this kind of rhetoric with the regular frequency that Republicans do. They entertain violent rhetoric so frequently. And it's actually mind-boggling that they have the audacity to still turn around and act as though, oh, they did? Oh my God.
They just called it.
Quick reaction.
It's fucking awesome. I don't know what to say. Holy shit. It's great. I feel awesome. I don't know. I mean, did it actually happen? I don't know. Fuck.
Thank
you. What's up?
I'm Phineas's friend that gave you guys that question. That you guys were like, oh, we broke all the rules for Phineas.
Uh-huh.
In the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Izzy. I'm the part
Oh, you're the friend.
Yeah.
This is March is our producer. You're also live on Twitch right now.
Oh, shit. What's
Yeah.
up, Phineas?
This is Phineas's friend.
I'm covering
Who?
the immigration court right now in New York.
Yeah.
So I'm drawing. I'm the only one with eyes on the courtroom, 26 federal quadrant.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gave him that question. And anyway, thanks for breaking all the rules.
Well,
and,
thanks for watching. You're amazing. Thank you. Phineas is dope. I love him. He is. Yeah, he is.
He's real.
Him and Billy both. They're amazing voices, and I'm so glad that there are people out there that are they're uncompromising when it comes to their values. You know.
He's already got it. How do you feel?
Ecstatic. What do I want to do? I don't even know. I don't even know what to say. I feel amazing. I just a burden has been lifted off my shoulders. I no longer have to prove that this kind of politics works. I can just point the fucking Zohran. That's how I feel. Whenever Democrats come to me and they say, oh, let's do an autopsy of why this election turned south, why that election turned south, why did the Democrats keep losing? I can just go, that's why. Okay. I love this. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Can I just ask one more question? How do you think
sure.
this will impact America at large, like if this victory? How will it change?
I think the battle has just begun. It's going to be a very difficult. There are very difficult years ahead in terms of getting even the most modest social democratic reforms in this country. And I do think that the administration, the Trump administration, is going to do everything it can to oppose whatever initiative, no matter how helpful it is to the working class in general, every step of the way. But hopefully there will be a change in the positive direction.
Right. What do you think you did right just to reach young voters?
That's me. Look at that. What's up?
And what did he do right in terms of reaching young voters, Zohran?
It's not just young voters. He reached old voters too. He reached the aunties. He reached the unks. He centered their problems at the heart of his campaign. It's just something that, unfortunately, is not as common as you would assume it is. You know, and especially American politics, it's not common. It's ridiculous.
Thank you.
All right, no problem.
Hi, Louise Taylor, Vanity Fair. Question
Hey,
for you.
what's going on?
Decision Desk called
What?
Dami is the winner.
Yes.
How are you feeling?
Adam Green, good to see you again.
Yeah, nice to see you again.
We met with Tank way back in the day.
Yeah. Let me do this real quick.
I said, Decision Desk just called on Dami the winner. How are you feeling?
I feel like a big burden has been lifted off my shoulders. Maybe I was a little worried that the 9/11 stuff was sticking, you know? No, I'm kidding. I didn't care about that at all. I don't think that was actually a serious or sincere line of attack. I think it was a failure that demonstrated how extremely online a lot of advisors to Andrew Cuomo were. But the reason why I feel like a burden has been lifted off my shoulders is because now it's going to be much easier to show in a positive way the same method that I have been advocating for years and years, talking to Democrats all the time about like why people lose. Now I can just point to Zohran and say, you got to do that. Because these politicians do respond to electoral victories. And I think Zohran's was a hard-earned electoral victory.
Thank you very much.
No problem. What's going on, man? I'm live right now, by the way.
Are you live right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait 1 second. Yeah.
We're hoping I can see you here. It's been a long time since I saw you in LA.
Yeah.
Where are you based now?
I'm still in LA. Maybe in New York, who knows? You want to get a drink?
After this, guys, do it.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. Let me say what up to this dude right here.
We got to
oops,
celebrate.
sorry. What's up, man? How you doing? Good to see you as well.
I got finally the
What's up?
flash.
Hasan. Nice to meet you.
Dude, how are we feeling? It's like start the movie right now.
I don't know how to even interpret what has taken place.
127.
But I guess they called it already, right?
Right now. It's early, but it's like in the bag right now. It's what, 40%? Not bad.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
I wish it was a little bit more suspenseful, but this is...
No. I don't want any suspense. I want zero suspense. This is exactly what I want to blow out.
And then we just party.
I want Andrew Cuomo to shut the fuck up and never do politics ever again.
Yeah.
And I want, oh my God, Bill A. Packman.
What do you think is going to happen next, though? Do you think it's going to be